Our 13-week rolling cash flow sheet. So this is a generic cash flow sheet and you can modify it to suit your needs. So this video is intended for DIY use so that you can track the cash flow forecast and actual cash flow for your own business. If you need a done-for-you service, you can talk to us about how we can do that for you as well. So for the purposes of this, let's have a look at the sheet so we can see the actual at the top and the estimate. So what you're going to do is you're going to update your actual date. So let's say we were doing this cash flow sheet today. We're going to be looking at yesterday because that's the bank balance that we're going to be able to get. And we are going to update our actual bank account balance. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your bank account balance in here. So let's say we had 27,538 cents. And then what you're going to do is you're going to update your estimate. So over here is, you can see here estimate, and also when you look at the box, if we, so we come across to here, and this actual number here is a calculation. So if you look up here where I'm circling, it's a calculation in the white of these brown ones down here. So what you want to do is you want to update your actual receipts here. Now, if you get a lot of receipts come in from a lot of different clients, then you might like to just simply put client money receipts, something like that. So it's basically your money coming in. It could also be it could be interest received as well if you've got something like that. So let's say I had received on that day $6,238. You can also, remembering this is a generic template, so you can also put all your customers. If you only have 5 or 6 customers, you might choose to actually list all of your customers there. So you can add rows, etc. If you're not Excel savvy, again, you can talk to us about a done-for-you service, or you might have someone in the office that can do it for you. This is aimed at showing a range of different businesses how to do this cash flow forecast. So once you put all your receipts in, so I'm just going to go ahead and undo what I did. So I'm actually, in this case, just going to leave the ones I've got in there. So we're going to say we've got 15. So you can see that is a sum. So we've got $15,000 in receipts, and therefore it's going to update the overall accumulated operating cash flow. So that's the money that's come into the bank. Then what you need to do here is you need to have a list of all the payments that you've made. So let's say in this case, the actual payments. So see how there's estimates here? So let's say in this case, the actual payments that went out were 32, 1764, 519, 480, and 206. Let's say that they were the only ones that were paid. Then you'll see that you've got a calculation down the bottom here that is all of those. I have also put in the blue things like wages and things like that. So let's say we paid out this in wages, then that's going to have your net operating cash flow, which is your incoming minus your outgoing, and that should be your balance for tomorrow. So then if we come across to here, and so basically then what it's going to do is it's going to calculate your incoming money minus your outgoing money as this, plus your opening bank balance is going to give you a closing bank balance. And that closing bank balance will be your opening bank balance the following day. So it's going to update the estimate here. And then what you need to do to basically project your cash flow is on a daily basis, you always need to be updating your estimates and also your actual. Now, I've done this for a big public company. We used exactly this kind of format. If you have more than one bank account, you simply need to add the other bank account in there. So you could just add in, and you'll have to change the formulas as well. So some businesses do, or you might just want to combine the balance of the two bank accounts into the one spot there. So, so when I was doing this for a public company, as I was saying, it was exactly the same formula. And even in a public company where we had to, you know, account for a lot of things and make sure we could pay for a lot of things, the cash flow sheet wouldn't take me long to do. You know, it's anywhere between 15 minutes and half an hour a day. It used to take me 15 minutes. So once you get savvy with it, it doesn't take long. The other thing to note is that a cash flow forecast and a cash flow sheet will not fix cash flow problems, okay? So on that note, I guess I just want to remind you that there are 5 ways and 5 principles to pull cash out of your business, and we call them SERPI. And if you're not doing best practices across them, well then a cash flow sheet's not going to help. A cash flow sheet is great for businesses that have cash flow pressures that they have done their absolute best to mitigate, to alleviate, and they've been, you know, they just need to manage their cash flow. It's a bit tight. This means sales. So increasing sales obviously is one way that you can increase your cash. Reducing your expenses is another way that you can increase your cash. Receivable days. So this is the big one where we see businesses giving clients trading terms, giving clients accounts, when really, especially in Australia, we should be trying to get everyone to pay in advance, not in arrears. And often, you know, as a small business, it's really important to remind you that you're not a bank. So if you don't have an overdraft, maybe don't act like a bank, and really think about those receivable days, okay? Payable days is the other one. So if you've got suppliers and staff, they're the main thing. So really, you've got suppliers, staff, you've got the ATO, we call that payable days. If you're paying staff, are you paying them every fortnight on the Thursday that follows the end of the week? You know, that can give you another 2 or 3 weeks cash flow. If you're paying suppliers, if you've got the best terms, you can. And inventory days if you are a stockholder. So I think that's realistically everything on the cash flow. It's just about making sure you look for the formulas, understand that the formulas are in the white, and then in the brown you need to fill in all the estimates, and educate yourself around it, have some fun. And if you really need a done for you cash flow, talk to us about how we might be able to help you with that as